I think this environment, this is what I think is going to happen. This environment, this fascist shit, is freaking people out to the point where they are doing mutual aid, community organizing, without them even knowing that's what they're doing. They're looking out for ICE in their fucking cul-de-sac because they don't want their neighbors who they've been friends with for 20 years to get deported. Like this is happening, and this is the mood. What DSA needs to do is be like, yes, that feeling that you're feeling, we have solutions. We have ways out. We have ways to fix this shit. And that's how you bring more people in, and it needs to just spread. It needs to spread like wildfire. I have some things to talk about and just get
let's do it on. Yeah, let's do it.
Firstly, I just want to address my Yaphet Kotto cosplay. Once more, Alien Earth aired last night. So I did a little dress up for my review, which is on my channel, folks. But I wanted to bring up firstly this statement from Las Vegas tourism officials blaming tariffs for fewer visitors as others say magic's gone. Vegas's marketing image centered on sloth and showgirls plus tariffs are cited as factors keeping visitors away. And Wu-Tang is for the children here tweets. Fox News is going to post this. Grandpa going to get mad at Rupert again. Because this is from Fox. So
I believe it.
You know, they're coming after the tariffs. I think, you know, they're business minded. The establishment of the Republicans and the Democrats, you know, they're all Reagan. They all have Reagan DNA in them. The establishments at this time. So they're business minded, and they're going like, hey man, we're losing money. All of our donors are losing fucking money. Stop. That's my guess. But
yeah. Well, that's what you get. I mean, when you put an idiot in the White House who thinks that tariffs are still an effective way of managing the economy. I mean, all these guy's a dinosaur.
Business leaders, all these fucking CEO motherfuckers got behind him during the campaign, and like
because they wanted the tax cut. So they wanted the tax cut, though.
But you get the tax cut, but your business fails. What the fuck kind of strategy is that?
Small businesses fail. The big corporations will survive.
I guess.
And the people who are at the top of those companies will have their investments protected. You got to remember, it's all about the portfolio. You know, when it comes to, there's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. Being rich just means you have like a high net income, and you know, you're saving every year and you're investing and you're growing. That's rich, right? Wealthy is when you are living off of the returns and you're continuing to make money every year, still living like a baller. That's when you're wealthy. When you have like 2 or 3 homes and, you know, you're flying private, like that's wealthy.
That's funny you mentioned that, because I have always made that distinction just in my head of like, no, there's difference between, you know, Matt and Trey, who made South Park, being rich and getting rich off their cartoon that they made, and someone like, you know, the Rockefellers or what's Anderson, the Vanderbilts, who are, you cannot lose that money ever because your name is valuable.
Well, the Vanderbilts did lose their money, to be fair.
Did they?
The Rockefeller, yeah, they pretty much.
I mean, but after Anderson Cooper.
Because but that, I mean, there's enough money for the kids to go to private school, but nobody's living like their ancestors did. They used to have a mansion in Newport, and you know, they used to have an estate in Asheville, North Carolina, called the Biltmore, which was like, you know, 30,000 square feet or something ridiculous like that. I don't know. And then he started the school in Nashville, Tennessee. So the family's done a lot for America, but yeah, I mean, there are, if you go and research wealth, is the kind of money that you're talking about where there are people who are even wealthier than like Bill Gates and the people that we know about, because they're not making the money. They inherited it through what's called a trust, and they control the trust. So they don't show up on the taxes, right? It's their trust that shows up on the taxes. And you can't find them, you can't find their wealth because it's in a trust. It's not technically theirs, right? They control the money. That's it. So, with all that in mind, like, yeah, you don't have to get too creative, but you do have to get a little bit creative in terms of how you go after this money. Yeah, so Latino Mafune is backing me up here. The Vanderbilts don't have that robber baron money anymore. Yeah, usually there's a saying that after 3 generations, no matter how much money you started with, it's probably mostly gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then that's what I would consider wealthy. If you have that much money that it would take 3 generations for them to lose it, then you're wealthy. If you just, you're a rapper, Jid just came out with a new album, so he's on my mind. Listen to it a lot. If you're Jid, you just made that money in your lifetime, and maybe your kids won't be able to spend it all or lose it, but their kids definitely will. Mm-hmm. So you're rich. You're rich.
Right.
And you can lose it. You can be Kanye or Diddy or whatever and face repercussions for shit you did and have it be taken away to an extent, because we'll see what happens with Diddy. But I wanted to play this clip for you because shifting gears a little bit. This is about the Texans, Democrats leaving the state. And this was the dude that you brought up to me as a possible good spokesperson for progressive values in the Democratic Party.
Oh, God.
and he's on Will Cain. This is from yesterday.
In my view, Representative, you gave the ball game analogy. In my view, what has happened here is you've done something in certain states and you don't like it when it's done in Republican states. And now you're saying you've done the same thing as us. You've done the same thing as us, and we are going to, by the way, if you do it, we're going to ratchet it up even more, in the words of Gavin Newsom.
My party has never gerrymandered in the middle of the decade at the request of the president of the United States, nor would we. The only way this is going to happen in blue states is if Texas executes this power grab. You mentioned Massachusetts. Right. Do you know the party of the governor that signed that map into law? He was a Republican. It was a Republican governor that signed that map into law. So I just want to be clear with our facts, and I don't want to muddy the waters. All of us, whether we're Democrats, independents, or Republicans, we should stand up to politicians who don't want to face accountability at the ballot box. That's exactly what's happening here. And I asked you, if Republican policies are popular, why do they need to redraw these maps? Why can't they just run on their policies?
I'm getting wrapped on time. I'm enjoying
this. Of course you are.
I want to let it go on, and I apologize. That's such.
Right. So
that's such garbage. That's such garbage. Yeah, I mean, he makes good points. I mean, and that's fine. If he wants a cabinet position, he wants to be like the next Pete Buttigieg. That's fine. But dude, we need a fucking killer. Like, this is not how you beat the bully. This guy, you think this guy stood up to bullies before? If he did, he got his ass kicked. Yeah. And he's not the kind of guy that people are going to back up in a fight. I mean, maybe he would. I don't know. Or he just tries to reason with them.
But I think the last time we talked about him, I was saying this guy would be good to go explain to the suburbs why this shit is happening. Yes. Why Rashida Tlaib is leading the Democratic Party in 2028. And this was Will Cain's response today on his show.
And if that wasn't enough, what Tallarico did on social media was deceptively edit our 10-minute conversation into about 70 seconds of what he thinks are slam dunks, what I think are clearly lies, with no response from me. And makes it look like we said goodbye. It's short on time. We have to go. We have to run. I gave Tallarico 2 more minutes after telling him we're tight against time. He used that time like Jill Biden to talk about breakfast tacos if that makes him a Texan. Where I come from, being a Texan is someone with a steel spine and something between their knees, between their legs. That something gives you the integrity to tell the truth. Now, I don't know what the voters in Round Rock, Texas think about what it means to be a Texan, but if Tallarico is any evidence, it means being a fraud, a fake man of the cloth, someone who's as comfortable lying as he is breathing, or as comfortable lying as he is running to Illinois. I will say one thing. Mark Cuban is right when he posted on X. James Tallarico is going to go as far in politics as he wants to go. He is good. He is a good politician, is defined by his ability to lie. And I have no doubt that will make him a star, Cuban, as a Democrat. But what I also think it makes him is an absolute fraudulent man of the cloth, an absolute fraudulent man of God, somebody without integrity, somebody without honor, and somebody who has
Oh,
the
shut the
inability.
fuck up, dude.
Yeah. So
That's why. So this guy right here. That's why I want to call them white trash fascists. You don't respect that guy.
Yeah.
Stop respecting them. Stop respecting Ben Shapiro. Stop
He was a
respecting
fucking
Charlie
newscaster.
Kirk.
He was a sports guy.
Stop respecting Charlie Kirk. Stop respecting Dave Rubin. Stop respecting these people. I don't respect it. They don't respect us. That's for damn sure. They don't respect the left. No one does. Not even establishment Dems. Even though, what?
No.
You got something else?
I'm saying I do have one more thing. It's
Good,
another
let's do it.
piece from his response today. Aaron Rupar, who clips it, him and the other guy, ACYN, they clip Fox all day. I don't know who they work for or whatever, but it's helpful for getting clips. He says Will Cain slams deceptive media coverage of his interview with Tallarico, ironically citing a deceptively edited clip that he broadcast on his show today. The brief goodbye exchange about breakfast tacos came after Cain started to wrap up the interview.
Mediaite, Texas Democrat, and Fox's Will Cain trade blows online after producer dumps out a fiery 10-minute interview. That's interesting. I don't remember dumping out of the interview. I don't remember cutting off Representative Tallarico. In fact, if I remember correctly,
Well, you did.
How that conversation ended. I also appreciate you being on the show. You're welcome to be here in Texas, sitting across the table for me. Hopefully soon when you return to take the votes, we would love to see you.
I haven't had a good breakfast taco. I haven't had a good breakfast taco in weeks, so I'm ready to come back home.
Yeah, it's because you're in Illinois. Okay, thank you, Representative.
Agreed.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, see Tallarico, dude. I want a blank stare and the eyes and just facts and data. That's what I want, Tallarico. Tallarico's got to go on. Like, dude,
He's got to go on.
And there's
Fox
your proof. There's your proof why you should hold no quarter, because they're gonna fuck with you. They're gonna try to make you look bad. That's what Fox does to anybody that's not a Republican. They try to tear down. It's just that simple. And it's actually in your best interest for them to vilify you. Look how it boosted AOC's profile.
Definitely.
I mean, that's one of my goals is to someone said earlier, it's Fox Nazi news, right?
Yeah.
Like that someone's got to step up on a live mic and make that happen.